Let's be honest, you don't backtest. Almost nobody does. Too complicated, too expensive, that's the story you tell yourself. So you watch a viral YouTube video, see a strategy that looks like printing money, run by a guru with the most honest face you've ever seen. Good enough for you. And you find out the strategy is broken the worst way there is, live with real money. And if you do backtesting, you run some basic tool that ignores overfitting, ignores slippage and commissions. So of course it flashes you a green light. This strategy's a winner. Looks perfect on paper. Then you take it live and that pretty green number collapses deep into the red. But you clicked on this video, so you're already one of the few who get it. Backtesting done right is the one thing that actually turns a trader profitable. Everything else is guessing. What if I told you there's a way to test almost any strategy that's actually easy, 100% free, and best of all, reliable? Real market data, years of it, telling you the truth before you risk a single dollar. Let's get straight to it. First thing first, open the link in my description, the same one I pinned in the comments. If you don't have NinjaTrader yet, that's the link that installs it, and just as important, it's the one that unlocks your free data. And this is the real thing. Actual market data the big boys normally pay for, yours for free. It's free today, but this kind of access doesn't stay open forever. So do this with me right now. Pause the video, open the link, and grab it while you still can. Click the link, hit get started, and drop in the email. You'll get a confirmation email. You click confirm. Then it asks you to create an account, a username, and a password. Pick a username you'll actually remember because this one sticks with you for good. Next, it asks if you're ready to trade live. You're not yet. So you tell it you want the risk-free account. Put in your real name and a phone number, hit continue, and that's it. Your account exists. Now let me get you the actual platform. Bottom left, there's a download button. Click it and it pulls down the desktop app. Run the installer, next, install, done. Open the app and log in with the username and password you just made. First time you open it, NinjaTrader likes to throw a pile of tabs at you. Don't panic. Close all of them except the main one and you're good. 2 quick settings and you're connected. Go into settings and turn on multi-provider. It's switched off by default for some reason. Then hit apply. Then head to connections, configure, pick NinjaTrader from the list and add. It asks for your username and password again. You put them in, apply, okay. That's the whole connection. You'll see your account sitting there in simulation, ready to go. Your free data window is short, just 14 days. And your first instinct is, okay, 14 days, that's nothing, what's the point? But that's not how it works. The second you run a backtest and that data downloads, it gets saved straight onto your computer. For good. So those 14 days aren't a trial that runs out on you. They're your one shot to pull the data down and keep it forever for free. Let me show you what that looks like live. I'm opening the strategy analyzer right now. NinjaTrader comes with a handful of sample strategies already built in, so for this first run, I'll just grab one of those, the moving average crossover. I pick the NASDAQ, the front month contract, and set my time frame. For the date range, I push it back as far as the data will let me, because I want as much history as I can grab in one go. I hit run. Watch this. The first run is a little slow, and that's the good part. That's NinjaTrader pulling down all that NASDAQ data in the background. Numbers start filling in across the screen. That's how you know the data came through clean. I open the analysis tab and look at this. There's the full equity curve, the entire shape of how this strategy would have held up across all that price action. And the best part is already done. Every bit of that NASDAQ data is now living on my machine. Next strategy I want to throw at the NASDAQ, instant free. Same deal with the S&P, with gold futures, even Bitcoin futures. Pick your instrument, pick your time frame, run it once, and the data is yours to keep. One small tip that saves you a ton of waiting, on that very first run, set your date range as far back as the platform lets you, and pull every instrument you care about all in one session. Bank the NASDAQ, the S&P, the gold data, get it all down while your window is open. After that, every backtest you ever run on those markets is instant, and you never think about the data again. Now here's where it gets real. That quick run we just did to grab the data, that's exactly the kind of backtest that fools people. Green curve, looks great, means almost nothing. Running a backtest is easy. Running one you can actually trust is where everyone gets wrecked. So let me build you a real strategy and show you the difference. Top left, new strategy builder. Give it a name you'll recognize later. I type SMA crossover, and in the description I write fast and slow SMA crossover, so future me knows exactly which one this is. You can click compile. That saves your work and turns it into computer code so it can actually be run. You will see strategy generated successfully, and anytime you want to close the strategy builder and come back later, you just reopen the strategy builder. Anything currently locked for editing shows up right here under continue. You select your strategy and you keep working on it. The idea is the oldest one in the book, a moving average crossover. A fast moving average crosses above a slow one. That's the buy signal. The trend just flipped in your favor. So select Inputs and Variables page and click on Add button here. Name it Fast Period. In Type, select INT. In the default field, write 7. Minimum bar numbers, let it to 1. In description, I write number of bars for fast moving average. Click OK. Now add another. Name it Slow Period. Default 14. In description, write number of bars for the slow moving average and click OK. While you're there, add 2 more. Name Profit Distance, defaulted to 20 ticks. In description, I write number of ticks from entry target is placed. Click OK. Add another one, name it Stop Distance, defaulted to 10 ticks. Description, number of ticks from entry stop is placed. Click OK. Click on Next and you'll land on the Conditions and Actions page. I'm going to click the Add button here to add a condition. From the Indicator folder, pick SMA on the left. Click to activate Plot on Chart. Scroll down until the period field and hit Set that will appear when you roll over with the mouse. Double-click on User Input and select your Fast Period input. For the color to represent fast, I'm going to color this red. Click OK. In the middle dropdown, choose Cross Above. Pick SMA again on the right, hit Set and choose your slow period input. Check Plot on Chart. For the color to represent slow, I'm going to choose blue. So there we go, there's our first condition. When the SMA with the fast period crosses above the SMA with the slow period within 1 bar, do the following. Down below, we're going to click on Order Management and we select Enter Long Position there. Click OK. Now we copy and paste this condition so we don't have to set that up again. I'm just going to right click on the condition up here, click Copy, come over here to Set To, and right click and select Paste. And then I'm going to hit Edit on this and just change the cross above to a cross below. All these other settings are going to stay the same. We just want the opposite condition. For the Do the Following, I'm going to click Add, click Order Management, and select Enter Short Position. Click OK. Last piece, the exits. Here on the left, you have stops and targets. Click on the Add button and select Profit Target. Mode Ticks. Click on Set button and select the value to your profit distance input, which is going to be 20 ticks. And I'm going to click OK to add that in. We'll hit the Add button to add in a stop loss, mode ticks, click the Set button and double click on User Inputs. Now select your stop distance input. That's a 1 to 2 risk reward, 10 ticks of risk for 20 ticks of reward. I've hit the compile button that actually saves our work and allows us to actually run this. I'm going to open up a new chart here and I'm going to flip this over to the Strategies tab of the Control Center. Alright, so this is how to actually run your strategy on a chart. You're going to right click on the chart, select Strategies, select the strategy, this is the one that we've made. I'll click Add to add an instance of this, and then on the right, to actually run the strategy, I need to check the box here to enable the strategy. So I'll click OK. What we see are the slow and fast moving averages automatically added to our chart, and we also see the historical backtest performance on the chart, and that's because I added the strategy directly to the chart. I'm now going to remove the strategy from the chart. You can run a strategy from the Strategies tab of the Control Center without associating it with a chart. Now back into the Strategy Analyzer. In the Settings section, first set the backtest type to Backtest, then select our strategy in the Strategy drop-down menu. Next, select any instrument for which you have historical data available. In this example, we will select the Ether-Euro crypto pair. Set the price type and value to your liking. We'll use last prices for this example. The type field allows you to select a bar type. We'll use minute and set a value of 1. Now we set up a date range. We set the date range as far back as your data goes. That's it. We click Run. Numbers fill the screen, but 4 of them actually matter. Net profit. This is the bottom line. Did it make money at all? Percent profitable. How many trades won? Profit factor. This one's the heartbeat. Gross profit divided by gross loss. Anything over 1 is making money, anything over about 1.5 is strong. And drawdown, the deepest hole the strategy dug before it recovered. That's the pain you'd have to sit through. Now open the analysis tab and pull up the equity curve. Now check this out. Same strategy, same 7 and 14, same 10 and 20 tick exits. On Ethereum, the curve climbs steady in profit. Now I run the exact same script on NASDAQ futures instead. 6 months of green, then it rolls over. 2 years of straight red, down $2,400. Same code, different market, completely different outcome. That is the part nobody talks about. A strategy is not universal. A backtest that works on one instrument tells you nothing about the next one. So always test on the exact market you plan to trade. So you've got a green number. Time to celebrate? Not even close. Right now your backtest is living in a fantasy. 3 things it's ignoring, and each one quietly turns a loser into a fake winner. First, commissions. Every trade costs you. Your backtest, by default, trades for free. A strategy that scalps 100 tiny wins looks gorgeous until you remember the broker takes a cut on all 200 fills. Second, slippage. In the test, your order fills at the perfect price every single time. In real life, the market moves in the split second your order travels to the exchange, and you get a slightly worse price. 1 tick every trade adds up fast. Third, the big one, overfitting. This is when you tune a strategy so tightly to the past that it only works on the past. Picture a student who got a hold of last year's exam and memorized every answer. Aces the practice paper. Then the real exam comes. The questions are different and he's got nothing. That's overfitting. It memorized history instead of learning from it. The tell is simple. If your numbers look incredible, profit factor of 3, 90% win rate, that edge doesn't exist in the real world. Somebody handed in last year's answers. So how do you catch a student like that? You stop grading him on the practice paper he already memorized. You hand him a test he's never seen before. Keep that in your head, because in a minute, it becomes the most important thing in this whole video. Let's make the test honest. 2 boxes change everything. For commissions, super simple. Right here in setup, you tick include commission. Then in the dropdown right below it, you pick the commission template that matches your account. NinjaTrader brokerage free, lifetime, or monthly. Done. For slippage, there's a field right there in the settings. Set it to 1 tick to start. While you're there, bump the order fill resolution up to high. That forces the test to fill your orders the realistic way instead of the optimistic way. Now run it again. Watch what happens. That gorgeous climb from before just collapsed. The curve barely gets off the ground, and by the end it's rolling over into the red. Same strategy, same market, same period. The only thing that changed is that we stopped lying to ourselves. If the strategy still makes money after costs and slippage, now you've got something. If it just flipped red, congratulations. You just saved yourself from funding that loss with real money. That handles the costs. Now the big one, the problem we parked earlier, overfitting. You catch a student who memorized last year's answers by handing him a test he's never seen before, and that is exactly what Walk Forward does. It is the single most important test in this whole video. Here's how it works. Every strategy has knobs you can turn. In our case, that's fast period 7, slow period 14, stop 10, target 20. Those are just the numbers we picked. But what if 7 is not the best fast period? What if the best one is actually 5 or 11? Optimization is NinjaTrader trying every combination for you. You give it a range and a step, say fast from 5 to 15, stepping 1 at a time, slow from 20 to 50 stepping 2 at a time, and it runs every mix, keeps score, and hands you the winner. Now here's where most people mess up. The lazy way is to unleash it across your entire history at once. Take the top result and call the strategy optimized. And that is exactly how you end up handing in last year's answers. The numbers look brilliant. Live, they collapse. Walk Forward does the same search, but honestly, it finds the best settings on one chunk of the past, the part it's allowed to study. Then it takes those exact settings and runs them forward onto the next chunk, data it was never allowed to look at while tuning. Then it rolls forward and does it again, and again, all the way through your history. Here's how you actually run one. Same strategy analyzer, but at the top of the settings, that backtest type dropdown, switch it from backtest to walk forward. Set your ranges the same way as before. Fast from 5 to 15 stepping 1, slow from 20 to 50 stepping 2. I suggest to optimize a max of 2 variables at a time. If you turn all 4 knobs at once, the number of combinations explodes and the test takes forever. So we lock the exits by typing 20:20:1 for profit distance and 10:10:1 for stop distance. Then further down in the optimize section, you'll see 2 fields, optimization period and test period, both in days. The first one is how many days it studies for. The second is how many days it then gets tested on data it never saw. Say 90 days to study, 30 days to prove itself, then it slides forward and does it again. Hit run. This one takes a bit longer, so give it a minute. So you stop asking, did it make money? You ask, did it hold up on the parts it never studied? If the answer is yes, that is about as close to proof as you will ever get before you risk a single dollar. This is the test that separates a real strategy from a good-looking lie. One last thing, quick, then you're done. Your strategy passed walk forward, so the edge is real, but there's still a little luck hiding in the exact order your trades happen to land in. Monte Carlo flushes it out. It takes all your trades, throws them in a bag, and reshuffles them in a different order. Then again, 1,000 times. If all those curves stay bunched together, your edge survives bad luck too. If they scatter everywhere, your result was leaning on one lucky run, and luck is not a plan. That's all for this video. Click the link in the description to grab the full guide where I also walk you through the Monte Carlo test. It's a PDF, completely free. All I ask in return is one tap on that like button and a thank you in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.